say, as part of what you're also speaking about the car, they didn't want to make you regret it. But if you simply suppose we come in a search around to people, but see, this is how they get it. Police come knocking at your door saying, hey man, we got a new safety program, can we search your home? Hell no. You don't have to rent anything. Even if the police have probable cause, the Fourth Amendment requires them to get a signed search warrant from the judge to enter and search your home. Unless there's a serious emergency, they can't come in without a search warrant. But they don't need a warrant if you invite them in. But the officers came knocking, trying to clear, talking to them outside, close the door behind them. Good afternoon, officers. How can I help you? The chain line works fine too. Police department. Good afternoon, officer. How can I help you? Hi, you guys come in for a moment. Do you have a warrant? What's this about? No, my name is Officer Smith. This is Officer Jones. We're here to share results in Texas as part of the new home safety program. Mind we come in? No, I do. I came back ready by warrant. Again. I came back by his dad. So that's it. So there's that. Okay, now, we don't want them to win a championship, right? Obviously. I mean, the roster makes it seem that way, but it's very difficult to win an NBA championship. So, I don't know, maybe. But I'm telling you, Lakers fans do not wish him the best of luck. Okay, so, right? So, I wonder if the Boomers go. The Golden State Warriors, I mean, they were kind of high up there in the Boomers. And I didn't get going over there. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised. When I saw them this morning, I was like, no, I just found out Boomers theory, and my dad was over there, my coach was like, what happened? I'm like, LeBron went to the table, like, hi. See, so, I don't know, enjoy the Philly cheesesteak? I don't know. No, good luck. It snows there. All of us are ready for that sunshine. You don't picture it. They're having trouble using the crosswalk. Yes, who's looked in to help them to the other side? We're starting again. We want to buy your house. We're the number one trusted home buyer in California. Let's help you with a proven, honest, no-hassle home selling experience with no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. Plus up to $20,000 tax free. Just visit sellersadvantage.com. The wonderful celebration is going on now, and this is your best chance to get into a Mercedes-Benz chance to get rich early. Smart, intuitive, more personal, and now more tailored. Experience the technology, the luxury, and personalization for yourself. Hurry up for exceptional lease and financing offers now during the Welcome Home celebration. Offers ends soon. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz. 50% of people say they sleep too hot. So if you sleep hot, let Simply help you chill out. We have the largest selection of mattresses designed to help you sleep cool, like Tempur-Breeze that can help you sleep up to 10 degrees cooler. Right now, get a Tempur Phoenix 9 at just $56 a month, plus save up to $1,000 on all the best brands. So if you sleep hot, let the Home in California agreement help you sleep cool. It's that sale you've been waiting for, with better than world-changing fair prices. Save up to 60% off all hot tubs and sweat spas. We have spas that fit any backyard or budget. Free professional delivery. Just bill and chip. Instant on-site financing. Skip the crowds, heat, and high pressure. Jump indoors at our Master Spas of Brand showroom. Master Spas of Brand. Visit us online at masterspas.com. That's masterspas.com. community here to create space for individuals with autism. And it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. It's a series of real moves, like shaping spaces where everyone with autism belongs. Discover ways to create belonging at AceJustFeelsAutism.com.
The Charter Resort Casino is giving away a new, fully electric Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon every Saturday in July. During entrance, simply play your favorite slots or table game with a Pachanga rewards card. Then join us Saturday nights for your chance to be one of more than 170 easy play winners. Or drive home in one of our four iconic G-Wagons. Your summer of winning is here at Pachanga Resort Casino. Visit Pachanga.com for full details.
You want to buy your house.
The reality of Sellers Advantage is still comes the number one trusted home buyer. You make it simple and stress-free. Call now or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Alright, we're following an NBC4 exclusive on the Below Heights warehouse fire cleanup. Yesterday we told you about a passive infestation report requested by the city that was done on the Lineage property. It warned wasted heat can increase breeding for flies that can spread a specific disease. NBC4's Rita Lopez brings us more on that story and a response from the mayor that you're only seeing on NBC4.
I'm also appealing to the governor. I'm appealing to the attorney general. We have got to increase our action there.
LA Mayor Karen Bass responded to NBC4 exclusively today about a report we told you about Thursday following a fly infestation around the Lineage facility in Laurel Heights. Tons and tons of rotting food remained following a week-long fire at the cold storage warehouse more than a month back. NBC4 has reviewed a 4-page report prepared by a pest control company for the city of Los Angeles. It warns green bottle flies on the Lineage property are dangerous and breed quickly in the heat wave and spread to neighborhoods. Green bottle flies can cause myiasis, which is an infectious disease caused by the fly laying eggs in open wounds of either humans or animals. This disease can cause irritation, ulcers, and in some cases, even death. With the number of flies around the property, it would not be uncommon for anyone in the area with an open wound to contract myiasis.
In my opinion, this is an absolute crisis that I'm concerned is just getting worse. As we thought it would get better as the food is removed, that is apparently not the case.
Mayor Bass says she has called for more action for Lineage and surrounding communities. In this letter to the Los Angeles Department of Public Health dated July 21st, the mayor wrote in part, Lineage must quickly be held equally accountable for the infestation of flies present in the adjacent communities in order to take direct action to eliminate the flies. She says the city is offering resources to help neighbors near the warehouse, which according to the company's cleanup tracker, has removed some 15% of rotting food waste.
We are offering housing to them. We are offering other services. The services that we are offering is designed by the people that are there.
The LA County Health Department had previously ordered Lineage of this inspection document to take all actions necessary to eliminate fly breeding on the Lineage property. Lineage told NBC4 in a statement in part, Lineage has expanded its pest control efforts with support from Oregon to help reduce fly rodent activity around the site and minimize impacts on nearby residents and businesses, and that they've distributed approximately 350 fly traps and will be providing a further 800 additional traps through its ongoing neighborhood. They add that additional traps will be distributed next week. We drove through streets about 5 blocks from the warehouse and did not see fly traps. Neighbors tell us they have not seen any place on their street, even though they can smell the odors from the warehouse. The city of LA tells us it has also put up fly traps. Lineage says it also has increased its sanitation efforts around dumpsters and has ongoing monitoring in place to track pest activity. In more NBC4 News.
Turning now to the war in the Middle East, President Trump is starting to launch an attack on Iran that would be, quote, bigger than ever before. Meantime, the U.S. announced a first wave of tariffs on 60 countries. If we see these very roadblocks in Washington with how the war is impacting you at home.
President Trump will not speak up the rhetoric once again for the goal. Telling Axios he's thinking of delivering a massive strike. Bigger than ever before.
It's a military agent where we just keep going just the way we are, and we can even make it heavier than us, and it's knocking out everything they have. Well, that's a smarter strategy, that's your idea.
But after 13 straight nights of strikes, the Lord has answered every American attack and shows very few signs of backing down. With Houthi rebels blocking the Red Sea, thus putting even more pressure on the global supply of goods, including oil, sending prices higher, causing gas prices, which were on the decline, to go back up. Today, AAA says the average cost for a gallon of gas is $4.10.
When the drops are closed, we need to get both straits, the Red Sea and the Strait of Hormuz open, and we've got to get energy prices down.
It is tougher right now in terms of prices at the moment, but on a long-term basis, people have to understand that we will have lower energy prices for the long term. The administration is trying to cushion the high prices, releasing 172 million barrels from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the nation's backup oil supply. But now the SPR is at its lowest level in 40 years, and the U.S. may have to buy back oil to resupply the reserve. And as the administration works to contain the war in Iran, the president opened a new battlefield on trade, announcing tariffs on dozens of countries to replace the existing import taxes that expired overnight. The president is using Section 301 of the Trade Act to enforce the tariffs, which targets countries that produce goods with forced labor. Many of the U.S. trading partners, including the European Union, are pushing back on that accusation. And just this afternoon, two small businesses filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration in trade court in an effort to block these new tariffs. This same group was successful in convincing the Supreme Court earlier this year that Trump overstepped his authority when he used the International Emergency Powers Act to enforce previous tariffs. NBC News, Washington.
Well, measles cases have hit the highest level in the U.S. since the vaccine eliminated the disease 3 decades ago. The CDC has reported more than 2,300 cases so far this year, and 93% of those infected with the disease are unvaccinated. The CDC reports that about 92.5% of children got the measles vaccine last year, and about 95% of the population need to be vaccinated to achieve herd immunity.
With more consumers taking processed food in current Netflix urging U.S. regulators to allow food companies to use simple ingredient names on product labels. Current U.S. labeling regulations require manufacturers to use scientific names on packaging. Swiss Food Giant argues these technical terms can cause customers to avoid products with unfamiliar ingredients, even if they're naturally derived and safe. Kit Kat maker wants to replace ascorbic acid with the more widely understood vitamin C and want to guarantee with vitamin A.
Dateline is on tonight with an all-new 2-hour episode of Blake Alexander as a preview.
Kitty was on her usual walk. She happened upon something horrific.
You knew immediately what it was.
Definitely. It was a man's body on the side of the road. Yes. Is there any obvious sign of trauma?
There was no trauma, but then we started thinking it was an overdose death.
They paid a visit to the Indiana State Police crime line.
We took the fingerprints over there, came back in with Michael Phelps.
It was late that night when they left the scene and paid a visit to Davis bike. Detectives noticed that Katrina likes to tell stories.
He would let me call the police on the way that she's the tourist right into it.
An outlandish storyteller? Probably. But detectives still had work to do.
Didn't have cause of death.
There was something curious. During the autopsy, they collected the contents of David's stomach. What did they find?
The only thing that was really there looked like little chunks of mushrooms.
Dateline. In Arkansas, take a look. A traffic camera in Jonesboro captured the moment a man in a wheelchair was having a hard time crossing the street. The man in the Spider-Man costume saw the struggle and jumped into action. The man behind the mask asked not to be revealed. Said he was coming from work at a local trampoline park when he decided to get out of his car and help. That's what Spider-Man do.
Adult singer in Michigan took a wave right into the Guinness Book of World Records. 77-year-old John Watkins is waiting to be certified as the oldest person flying in a wingsuit. During this jump, he hung off the side of a plane before flying through the air with his arms spread wide.
We know that when the private bills go, we cannot worry about work problems, family problems, or anything. You are forced to be in a moment. And it's like, I call it forced meditation.
Watkins will submit video evidence of the entire flight along with GPS
title of World Record Holder. Well, we're celebrating the Tri-Valley Little League Softball All-Stars today. Together cheering and their teammates out of the high desert representing Morongo Valley, Yucca Valley, and Joshua Tree. The team won the Southern California State Tournament Championship title in Hendon last week, and now they're on their way to regional finals.
We really didn't have to talk too much because really disciplined. They did what they needed to win. We'll start to our game plan, and they got a really great career.
Yeah, again, so the team heads to the next big stage, which is the regional tournament in Montana. I'm Becky Shane Fine in Huntington Beach in Surf City, USA. We're getting ready for the big pro football surfing competition, and the conditions are supposed to be really great for the surfers, but probably dangerous for a lot of other people. I'll explain how we know. UF6, Sean Acomb's prison fight. We find out about his brawl behind bars and where he is now. Fast food and mouth swabs, why these people arrive for lunch could end up saving a life, and how you can join the cause getting close to home. Next at 6.
Always get lost in the sun.
Expect more, ride more. Cadillac was one part.
Move up to Cadillac this summer with the 2026 XT5 Premium Luxury. Lease for only $399 plus tax per month.
Get more. Too.
Now it's summer savings on the 2026 GMC Sierra Crew Cab Elevation 4-wheel drive. Lease for only $329 plus tax per month.
And the Central Valley of Georgia, we're big enough to deal, small car there. Have you recently been hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Sweet James, a firm that delivers results like these. If you've been seriously injured in an accident and results matter, call Sweet James Accident Attorneys for a free case review. Experience the moments that shape your marriage. Discover uncovered facts, national treasures, and powerful stories that forge this nation. And it's a vision that belongs to all of us. America 250, now open to rated library.
If you need a beautiful, dance-safe bath or shower, but don't want to deal with a traditional remodel, the SoCal Jacuzzi 00 Summer Special Event is finally here. And to make your upgrade even easier, offering an all installation cost. All Jacuzzi bath remodel in Southern California for no interest and no payments for up to 1 full year. This is the best time to improve your bathroom safety and style. With a no-stress upgrade that's installed in as little as 1 day.
I'm Isaac Sancom, and I'm very happy with the price. You can pop into work and then come back and you have a whole new bathroom. My other bathroom remodel took, almost a month, maybe more. This has just been night and day of experience.
There's no comparison before and after. It's so safe.
Call now to lock in your Jacuzzi 00 Summer Special Savings Event offer. We're waiving all installation costs, plus no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call and you can get your free quote as soon as tomorrow. It's good for a full year.
That's right. It all starts with an absolutely free in-home design consultation with a local jacuzzi design expert like me. Pick your design combination of beautiful, easy-clean materials, and we'll waive the installation costs. Plus, enjoy safety features like grab bars and built-in seats. Wow, look at that. It's just beautiful. You can't beat it. Look at that design. The affordability, the quick turnaround. Why not?
Quality is our top priority. That's why all of our remodels start right down at the studs. And everything is backed by our lifetime warranty. Make the call today, and you can have your free in-home design consult as soon as tomorrow. We'll give you a quote that's good for a full year. Call 1-800-375-4550 to schedule your free in-home consultation with our design experts. We'll give you a quote that's good for a year. We're waiving all installation costs, plus no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call 1-800-375-4550 today.
The beach is expecting big waves and big crowds for the U.S. Open of Surfing. The 9-day event kicks off tomorrow. Epic Board Penny Chang in London, Huntington Beach, where sun, sand, and surf are about to converge. Hey. Yeah, it is so perfect. 76 degrees all day, a perfect ocean breeze, and take a look over there. They're getting ready for the big U.S. Open of Surfing competition. It goes on for the next 9 days. And yet, we're talking about the conditions. They're supposed to be great for the contest. 4 to 6 foot waves, and then they're expected to be
Even if they are 8 to 10 foot waves later on next week, again, good for the competition, but lifeguards are warning everybody else. Surf's up in Surf City, so pro surfers like Daniela Rosas can't wait to catch that perfect wave.
Well, I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to myself really comfortable in this kind of way.
This is the 24-year-old's 5th U.S. Open. We caught the Peruvian surfer testing the waters for the big competition.
These ones have been raised with a lot of current, and we also don't have a lot of wind in our country, so it's really difficult for us to try to adapt ourselves in this kind of waves.
The 4 to 6 foot surf expected to grow to 8 to 10 foot waves later next week. Combine that with dangerous rip currents and marine safety officials warn the water won't be for everyone.
It will be good for the surfing competition, but it is hazardous for our everyday beach patrons visiting the beach. So we are expecting elevated surf, as I said, and then also elevated rip current activity. Rip currents are, it's a current of water that's moving back out to sea, and swimmers can get stuck in that.
Visitors tell us they already felt the powerful pull from the waves today.
I got an alert on my phone, so it's just going to be important to watch the boys when they go out in the water.
Yeah, lifeguards are going to be keeping a close eye on the water because they are expecting 20 to 25,000 people each and every day for the next 9 days. We're live at Huntington Beach, Henry Chang, and Lisa Williams.
It looks great out there, and you just have to be really careful if you head out, and meteorologists get vigorous careful on the forecast.
Yes, so everybody's obviously going to want to head to the coastline and try to avoid some of the heat. We do have some rough surface and strong rip currents to deal with, so be very careful if you do get into the water. Here's a look from our San Pedro camera atop the Battleship Iowa. You still see some high clouds coming in. That's all related to some of that humidity that you've been feeling across the area for today. But for tomorrow, here's the forecast looks like for Pomona. We'll be seeing temperatures reach up into the mid-90s. We typically advise that if you have outdoor activities, try to get it done by about 10 o'clock in the morning, because you can see that for tomorrow, we might potentially be in the mid-80s by that point, and so obviously it's going to be pretty warm. We'll have some humidity on top of that. And the humidity part of the story is obviously going to be part of just the overall weather picture heading into next week. But the heat is also going to continue to the next week. This is not going to be one of those heat waves where it ends sometime over this weekend. It looks like it may potentially extend all the way into next weekend, but we may get some relief from that humidity as we approach the first half of next week. We're also going to get with some poor air quality over the next couple of days. Air quality and heat really are kind of hand in hand here. So for Santa Clarita, we are going to be looking at unhealthy air quality for everybody. But the San Fernando Valley, parts of the San Gabriel Valley, we are going to be looking at unhealthy for sensitive groups, which is anybody with lung conditions, heart conditions, children, and the elderly. So that means that anybody affected should try to avoid time outside when the air quality is going to get its worst. Now, we're dealing with ozone here, not particulate matter. And so ozone typically reaches a peak during the afternoon hours as a result of chemical reactions that need a little bit of heat and sunlight to happen. And so that's when we typically see the worst of the air quality during the afternoon. And we'll be seeing a pretty big area of the Inland Empire with unhealthy air quality as well, extending from not only the IE, but San Gabriel Valley into Ontario, Riverside, Yucaipa, San Bernardino, Redlands, all those areas, and even up at the Crestline as well. Actually looking at some pretty poor air quality. This will be a combination, again, with some pretty hot temperatures, 104 around San Bernardino, 104 in Hemet, 96 degrees in West Covina, 90 in downtown LA, 91 degrees in Thousand Oaks. And if you're not a fan of the heat, you might want to close your eyes and cover your ears here, because some of the forecast shows that it's not going to be getting that much cooler. You've got the base on top coastal forecast down below, low 90s for tomorrow, maybe a degree cooler for Sunday into Monday, but that's about as cool as it's going to get. So low 90s all the way through next week, and the second half of next week, we may potentially have another winter coming away into next weekend, so expect the heat to stick around pretty much all the way into next weekend as well. Now, as on top, IE forecast is down below upper 90s, so low 100s for the next couple of days, heading into next week, into upper 90s and low 100s coming our way. Temperatures are maybe above average for this time of year, but also the overnight temperatures only cooling down to low 70s at the coolest on some of the nights coming in the near future. High days are on top, low days forecast down below. Not much change here. We're just staying hot all the way through the entire 7-day forecast, maybe 1 or 2 degrees of change, and it's very similar to the area bounces. Mid-80s over the weekend, mid-80s are starting next week, into upper 80s as we get closer to next weekend. That's a future forecast. Back to you.
David, thank you. In Sun Valley, it was a back-to-school, one-stop shop. Families experiencing homelessness got to pick up whatever they needed to get their kids ready for the new school year. multifamily housing, and City National Bank put on the event with free backpacks, books, shoes, and clothes. Families we spoke to say events like this make a huge difference in their lives.
And it's important because a lot of us, need that extra push, that extra help, and it's amazing that the community can come together and gather stuff like this just to give us hope that our kids don't have to stress over the smallest things.
Also available for families today, resources to help kids with free tutoring and free eye exams. And happening now, NBC Board Telemundo 52 Supporting Our Schools campaign is officially underway. You can make an online donation using the QR code on your screen. Your money will benefit youth programs and services provided by the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles. The campaign runs through August 11th.
Okay, if someone asks,
The third and fighting this year.
The sun sets over Sonia. Right here, the day can change fast. Fire freeway chases, prices surging, big decisions about LA and California. From real-time news to the debate stage, NBC Board is right here with you in this place we call home. Show you what happened today, life happens tomorrow, and what it means to you. We ask the questions, we listen for answers, and keep focus on you. That's why we keep focus.
I love Greater Keegan and not having to cover up. Now that I'm Sonobella's summer savings event, get our best prices of the year. That free personalized consultation. Just one visit permanently removes Sonobella's back with Sonobella's advanced micro laser technology. My parents were extra large. Now I'm wearing a bikini. Same thing. This summer, Sonobella is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist. Call now for your free consultation. Focus your summer savings at Sonobella.
It's that sale you've been waiting for with better than Orange County fair prices. Save up to 60% off all hot tubs and sweat spots. We have spots that fit any backyard or budget. Free professional delivery. Just bill and chip. Instant on-site financing. Skip the crowds, heat, and high pressure. Shop indoors at our Master Spas of Frame showroom. Master Spas of Frame. Visit us online at masterspas.com. That's masterspas.com.
How can you know which mattress provides exactly the right level of support for you? You can't. But Sit & Sleep's exclusive bed match technology can. Buy now and get a $300 gift with your purchase of any Tempur-Pedic or Purple mattress. Haunting is such sweet sort of
Did you got your breakup text? That's a power move. Hiring America's largest injury law firm for your injury. That's also a power move. Morgan & Morgan for thepeople.com.
Tonight, that parasite outbreak linked to iceberg lettuce now expanding across multiple states. So when will this spread be contained? Plus, Tom sits down with best-selling travel author Rick Steves for our series Great Americans ahead on 90 News. Just take a look at this video from the San Bernardino Mountains. A bear walked into Crestline Village Water District on Wednesday. Nationwide, there's been a surge in bear sightings this summer. NBC's Kaylee Hartzine has some tips on what to do if you encounter one. With the summer heating up, bears are getting bolder as sightings of the creatures are soaring nationwide. In Colorado,
I heard honking all night, but I was a crazy neighbor, and it was just this guy sitting on the horn.
a neighbor helping the car's owner set the unexpected passenger free. While in California, this fellow apparently losing his bearings, making his way inside an office building. We have the AC going, so it's probably, nice on a warm day. A lot of bear and full cubs were caught on this old camera outside Pittsburgh. Just like the rest of us, it seems like they're trying to stay cool this summer, wherever they can. Colorado Parks and Wildlife say they've received almost 2,000 bear reports so far this year, nearly double the same time last
last year. Why are we seeing this uptick in bear activity this year?
People are spreading out, and their populations are increasing, and bears are becoming a little more bold.
Though some recent encounters on hiking trails have turned dangerous. One hiker had to be airlifted from Montana's Glacier National Park after being attacked by a perch grizzly.
As soon as we made eye contact and charged at me.
Bear sightings perhaps more expected in this remote Alaska town than in this family's front yard in a Los Angeles suburb.
If you see a bear, the worst thing to do is scream, turn and run. Raise your hands up, speak to the bear, say, hey bear, back up. Give the bear some space.
Well, like that's what I say, bears are not naturally aggressive. They're usually just looking for food, so keep the food locked up. Try not to hike alone, and if you're on a trail, make noise so they know you're there.
Next up, tonight from West Hollywood.
The countdown is on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood, just hours away from reopening, more than a week after that devastating water main break coming up ahead at 6. Why LADWP says they're confident the road will reopen tonight. Disturbing images and disturbing descriptions of text message exchanges. I'm Eric Leonard in the Criminal Courts Building downtown, where the preliminary hearing for the Silver David entered its court today.
Repair, rebuild, recover. If you were directly impacted by the fire, Southern California NSF Wildfire Recovery Compensation Program offers a voluntary way to explore your options without waiting your rise. The program is helping claimants move forward and rebuild with a more streamlined path than litigation. Get your offer and payment fast. From single family and commercial properties to tenant claims. Learn more in view actual offer examples at SCE.com/direct claims. Claims may be submitted by November 30th. Yamaha Resort at Casino in Santa Ana is bringing the biggest laughs to the stage. Cash Valley Walk, August 28th and 29th. Ralph Barbosa, September 18th and 19th. And Heath Glazer, November 19th. Tickets on sale at YamahaTheater.com. Yamaha Resort and Casino in Santa Ana. Have you recently been hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Sweet James, a firm that delivers results like these. If you've been seriously injured in an accident and results matter, call Sweet James Accident Attorneys for a free case review.
If you're searching for a new import, domestic, luxury, or exotic vehicle, they're all right here at the Irvine Auto Center. Come in, trade in, and drive out. It's that easy. All the top brands are here. You should be too. You'll find it all right here at the IAC. Turn your search into ride. Where the shine leads the 405 and Big Forest Drive. My name is Susana Morales and I'm 64 years old. Before I joined Ultimate Pace, I weighed 285 pounds. I was the first to Ultimate Pace to have the gastric sleeve. The nutritionist, she tells me what I can eat. I use the Stanford test.
So that's a 237 horse game at the start. But more importantly, that means the engine is equal for 700 horsepower. Now that's on 8 PSI stock fuel system. That's really good, but you can't believe what we have in store for this thing. A smaller pulley will turn the blower faster. That means more boost is produced and directed into the engine. The swap is done by simply removing the belt, unbolting the pulley, and pulling it onto the blower shaft. The new pulley is installed the same way the original one was removed. For this hit, we have really turned up the rig. We've installed a smaller pulley, which will essentially double PSI. But with that, we upgraded the fuel system to twin pumps and a return style fuel system, bigger injectors and running wheel raise fuel. So with the tune adjusted, we're going to make a hit to 7,600. See what happens. That was absolutely incredible. 938 horsepower at 7,500, 674 pound-feet. Now, how incredible is it that Stockton Motor Trade, without even taking any bolts out of it, taking any internal components out, makes it kind of power, ring gaps and everything. Ring gaps, pistons, rods, crankshaft, everything that's comes stock in the background, these things will make great power, will hold up at that kind of power level. And probably more.
It's super impressive. You gotta think not just the engine, but the transmission, the rear axle, the half shafts, and everything. You go around the dyno, there's not really a load on the dyno.
I cannot believe how incredible that
And
is.
there's no hiccups, on the dyno, the drivability feels awesome. I can't wait to see what it feels like on the street.
And even someone with my capabilities, we put this on,
Like about an hour, so. Up next, the Tesla that keeps cool and keeps safe with some key components.
This little car is actually pretty. I am very impressed with this.
Everybody here's Matt is still in a little bit of shock from the amount of power that Mustang put down back in the dyno jet. But now it's time to change direction and move on to a different project. One that Pat and I have been working on for the last couple of months.
This is our wild and crazy Tesla. Now, most of the hard parts are either in for good or locked up for fit. And we still have a bunch of wiring to do, but we're not going to bore you with that. In case you haven't seen the majority of this build, here's how we got it to this point.
Our comrades from Factory 5 Racing delivered our new Type 65 Coupe car chassis right off the race car hauler. It was brought into the shop, and we all pitched in to get it assembled. This includes the front suspension, steering, rear suspension, and a plethora of panels that make up the driver and passenger seating areas. Wrapping up this part of the build was a front-end alignment.
The next chapter included installing a mock-up block and a trip fuel system from Holland. A brushless pump was dropped in to the Mustang tank that is used in these chassis. A transcooler was bolted in, additional gadgets installed in the center console panel, and the exhaust was custom built by Megaflow's Richard Reyes. The first engine that is being installed is a 427 millimeter Gen 2 turbo and all the piping to and from the engine.
Turbo guru Kenny Delweiler joined us for the dyno pulse. On 17 pounds of boost and an intercooler rated to 1,200 horsepower, it cranked out 1,210 and 993 pound-feet of torque. It was dropped in, and a new, much larger intercooler from No Corners Truck was installed, along with all new lock and bolt-side piping.
Today we're going to install some safety equipment, and that will range from 5-point harnesses to some roll bar padding, even DEI heat shield, because that's a must in a project like this. We will also be protecting ourselves with equipment sent from Raceway. They sent us some Chevron 5 Nomex suits, helmets, gloves, shoes, and neck collars. We will talk more about them when we go to the track. But for now, we are going to install their 5-point camlock harnesses in the passenger and driver side of the car. RaceQuip supplies a detailed instruction sheet that shows the correct way to lace the belts. It is extremely critical to follow them, not only for passing tech, but one day it can save your life. This is DEI's reflective gold. It's a space-age polymer that can withstand direct temperatures up to 850 degrees. It's super lightweight and has an adhesive backing.
Hold up the adhesive backing as you go. Press the shield with a squeegee to ensure good adhesion, and use a razor to cut any excess material.
Anytime that you can maintain a consistent temperature in your turbo's turbine housing, you will increase its efficiency and decrease turbo lag. And to do that, you'll need one DEI turbo shields. This is a custom-fit turbo blanket that uses a combination of heat-resistant textiles and ultra-thermal barrier.
Strong riveted anchors and safety wire are used to secure the shield. This one is from their Onyx series, but is available in titanium and Ultra 47 series as well.
Hitting your head, elbows, or any other part of your body on roll bar tubing does not feel good.
And that's whether you're getting in or out of the car. So we picked up some Jazz roll bar padding from Summit Racing. We're going to put it on the areas of the driver and passenger side that we would hit climbing in or out. It comes with double-sided Velcro and zip ties to secure it. Just stick it in place where you want it and tighten down a few zip ties. That's it. The last major component to go into this ride is this turbo-specific STX series 9.5-inch racing converter from FTI. It's designed for both street and track use. It is available in both weld-up and bolt-together versions. The STX converter comes with a CNC machine built stator and a mechanical diode one-way clutch. It is fully balloon plated as well as furnace brakes with Helion local bends and extreme duty bearings. FTI offers specifically built converters for all applications like nitrous, blowers, turbos, and obviously naturally aspirated applications in 8, 9, 9.5, 10, and 10.5-inch versions. If you need any more information on anything you see on today's show, visit PowerNationTV.com.
Today, we're going to cover some tech that you'll find at your local circle track. Most classes try to keep a level playing field by setting rules for the amount of cubic inches your engine can have, as well as the amount of crank compression. Basically, we're going to show you how the tech team can measure your engine's cubic inches if you ever end up on a winter circle or the tech bar for a teardown.
Rules that specify a cubic inch limit are usually paired with a weight limit as well. Smaller cubes get to take off weight, while larger cubic inches have to add weight, and typically this is checked after a race. Now, instead of having to pull the engine apart and physically measure the bore and stroke, which is hard on a grassroots racing budget, there is an easier alternative.
Appropriately enough, it's called a cubic inch tester, and several companies offer them. It comes with an incremented tube, a couple of pistons, a push rod assembly, a rubber marking ring, a thermometer, a few adapters, and a rubber hose. Now, its job is to measure the amount of cylinder volume in a single cylinder as the engine is being cranked over. We're going to use our trusty little 383 cubic inch small block Chevy.
The first step is to remove one valve cover. Now use an intake and exhaust rocker arm on one cylinder. Then pull the push rods out along with the spark plug. The reason those components have to be removed for this test is because both valves need to be closed while the engine is turning over. The supply adapter threads into the spark plug hole. Make sure the O-ring seals on the seat. Now the hose is connected to it. The results of this test are most accurate when the engine is at ambient temperature. Now, the engine can still be tested when it's hot, but a correction factor must be used depending on the engine's temperature when tested. This kit even comes with a different piston marked with X. This is used during hot weather when the roll piston might stick to the thermal expansion. With the piston all the way down, move the rubber marker ring with light oil and slide it down on top of the piston, making sure it's straight. Attach the tester to the hose that is attached to the spark plug in there.
With the ignition on, for about 10 revolutions. This will cause the piston to move up and down in the actual tube.
Go for it. Now the number at the bottom of the marker ring indicates the cubic inch displacement of one cylinder, and it reads 47.5. Multiply that number by 8 and you get 308 cubic inches, which is 3 cubic inches short of our actual displacement.
This is the secret. That's why there's a Toyota built for you. For ones who have courage, not past, to block the heart. Because the road is not the destination that drives you. It's seeking in charge to get to the achievement. We're ready to rise on this. We got you. Get down, you match. Can't believe I did my life.
Crazy.
Or just like a thing with me.
know how this is gonna play out.
A couple of little people work, and that's successful. Disrespectful every single conversation. Have you ever considered calling it?
Love freaking out, but I want to find my person for life.
He's a freak.
That was good. Moving on to the plumbing of the fuel system, which starts with the filter regulator a classic tube, and they duplicated them with stainless steel. The reason why we did that is because stainless steel tubing is very difficult to bend and to bend nicely, and it's even more difficult to flare properly. So they did all the hard work for us, and all the guesswork out of it. They actually specialize in making custom brake lines, stainless steel brake lines for your daily driver, your project car, or top course restoration. All you need to do is just get these things installed. What we're using on this is DEI fire sleeve. We have a couple different sizes here. This resists heat, direct heat up to 500 degrees, and intermittent heat up to 2,000 degrees. So this is ideal for what we're using it for here. Our brake lines and new lines are going real close to the header here. You can use them on this type of line, or on transmission lines, or anything like that. These two can protect from heat. There's that fancy tape that sticks to itself. Hold this in place. Alright, that's all done. We just need to strap this up right here. You got it? Yeah, let's do it. Sweet. Done under here pretty much? Yeah, let's do engine stuff and more shop work. We got quite the list of things that need to be done. Yeah. Up next, we pull our heat exchanger, intercooler system, and a few other little goodies.
Yeah, another toothpaste that does not like work. Basic toothpaste stops at the top, cuts those deeper to dissolve bonds that hold station teeth. You'll wash your teeth in one day. Excellent.
One of the problems we've been needing to solve under the thing kind of avoiding is our throttle body situation. Now the way that this throttle body comes on this crane engine, it's bolted on just like this. The major problem with that for us is because this is drive-by wire, it's got this motor here that actuates the throttle plate, and our hood would actually contact that. So this thing's got to at least get clocked, but if you try to clock it, it's radios, and even if we could do that, there's really not enough room for an elbow to get in here because the fan's so close. Everything's really tight out of this hood, as you can see. So the solution would be to move the throttle body out here and clock this, but connector faces down. The advantage to that also is that gives us a straight shot to our air intake. And we want as straight and long of a shot as possible between the mass air meter and the throttle body. So we really on this heat exchanger. Now, one important thing is you want to make sure it gets the coldest air possible, which means in front of the radiator, in front of the condenser, you got a tank cooler or an oil cooler in front of that. So we're going to be on the front side of the core support, somewhere like that. We're going to make these little tabs. Metal. Let's mark our holes. Ooh, back on that bed. Before I go drilling a hole through this core support, I'm going to just take a piece of metal that I've actually tape, stick it behind there so I don't blow a hole for the radiator first time around. I didn't really spend a lot of time engineering the brackets, but I still want to make this install look nice. Oh, yeah. That'll do, baby. Oh, yeah, that's quality order right there. What we're going to install is this. Oh. One of the last components of this system is going to be this reservoir. I already drilled a hole. It's pretty simple, it's just one hole. Think it's gonna work. Woof. Too bad, man. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, great. I don't know about the tape on there, but it's pretty cool. Alright. So I can name for it. This is a good solution for a clearance problem, and with the throttle body pointed in this direction, it'll give us a nice straight shot for iron. So this definitely solves a huge problem we have with that throttle body. See this filter, not how we get here, the way that looks. Definitely have to come back with some maybe come in here and paint just two black just to make our own match. What do you think? I like it. I like it. Here's switching. I think we need to put on some cheap metal on this thing. So that's a little premature, just being that, we've got a lot still, but it doesn't hurt to start making this thing look like a truck. I'm okay with that. I definitely want to see what it looks like. That's the fenders. Alright, let's do it. Alright, you guys know we put a ton of miles on our work trucks to and from the shop. And one thing I don't like about these newer trucks is their throttle response. So I'm going to be installing this SCT Burst throttle booster. It's a pretty simple setup. All you're going to do is plug it into the harness, unplug your metal, plug it in here, plug this into your original harness. So there's no cutting of your wires. You don't have to worry about warranty or anything like that. And this one's preset to 60% increase. But if you want to change that on the fly, you can actually plug this in. You can go from 0 all the way to 100%. And say you want to take this out because you don't want it on the dash, you can actually set it to 75. Unplug this, throw it in your glove box, so you don't have to